Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I'm back with yet another planty video, and for today's video I have my brother with me.
Hey guys!
Who's going to help me out in showcasing you all the September favorites. So without any delay, let's begin. So first up is this Forgetii into Papillilaminum, and I am obsessed with this plant. So this is the first perfect leaf which has appeared in my growing conditions. I love this hybrid because of the elongated leaves as well as the closed sinus, and I was lucky enough to get this plant at very cheap. And also the thing with this plant is it is very mature, and since the plant is very mature, the bottom is very thick, which is why it is putting out a lot of offshoots. And I have propagated two plants from the bottom itself, and the third plant is on its way. Also, when the leaf appears, when the leaf just unfurls and expands, it is pretty red. I'll attach a picture over here, somewhere over here, for your reference. And the sinus is also very red when the leaf appears. So next up is this Besse into Magnificum hybrid, which I got from Vinod aka Sir. Vinod Sir is a very reputed seller in India. He bred this himself, and the plant is growing beautifully under my care. The plant is very dark. I hope the camera is doing justice to show you all, as well as the petioles and the emergent is very red too. See, the plant is also a very fast grower. As soon as one leaf emerges and hardens, there's next leaf coming on its way. So it gives me around 2 leaves a month, and it is also sizing up very quickly just because of this pot extension I guess I made for this. This is also a jugaad that I have done for this plant using the soda or the cold drink water bottles, plastic bottles, to make this pot extender. Apart from this, it has been a very easy going plant under my care, simply because the seedling is germinated in India, so it is acclimatized well in Indian climate. So yeah, I am literally obsessed with this one and waiting for it to grow pretty huge and massive. Yeah, obsessed. So next up is my Ace of Spades hybrid, which I got from a plant seller known as Fabulous Plants on Instagram. This has been on top of the list for my September favorites, and it has no comparison at all. It is such a beauty, a stunner. The camera is showing you the sheath. I am obsessed with this one as well. So yeah, this was the first leaf it came with, and the newest leaf is still getting that color, but the older leaves are pretty dark. Like, this is the leaf it came with. Then we have this leaf. Next up was this, and this is the newest leaf, which is still hardening. It is in a pretty big pot and it's very heavy, but yeah, the leaf, oh my god, it is not even fitting into the camera itself, into the frame. But yeah, this has been on top of my list. I'm repeating words, I don't know why. I just get lost while I watch this plant. So yeah, my Ace of Spades hybrid. So next up is this Syngonium Strawberry Milkshake. This one is also very easy to care for me. I have propagated it from its mother plant. So this was the mother plant, and I took one single vine from it. I've given it a lot, I've shared the cuttings of this plant with lot of family and friends, and they tend to grow very easy under their care as well. So I took a tiny cutting, like 2-3 nodes cutting from this mother plant, and this is the growth within, I guess, 2 months. And the aerial roots, you can see it's very huge. The aerial roots are becoming very long as well, and it's time to repot the plant because the roots are coming from the bottom. So yeah, I've grown it in a nursery pot only because I believe that it is very easy to put the nursery pot in the cover pots itself. So I like to grow plants in my nursery pot and I put them into the cover pots directly. It is easy to repot plants into bigger containers from nursery pot. If you put it in very like beautiful cachet pots which are shaped like oval, it is difficult to repot the plant. So I prefer growing plants in nursery pots. So this particular plant I am obsessed with just because every leaf has a different pattern. See, this leaf has pink speckles and the other leaf is completely pink with little bit green. If you can see the difference. This and this. Both leaf are of same plants. That is why I love variegated plants. See this one. Syngonium strawberry milkshake with its mother plant. Next up we have this philodendron Burl Max, which is a recent acquisition. Philodendron Burl Max variegated one, and I got it for very cheap, like I guess 200 rupees. Usually I remember this plant started with a very hefty price. It was quoted around 20,000 back in COVID. So yeah, I waited and waited and waited till the price fall off, and finally the seller quoted me 200 for this, and I took it. Yeah, the plant is on favorite list simply because of these two leaves, because they came under my care and they are very pretty, very lime color. It came with these 3 leaves and additionally one more leaf was there. This was the leaf because of which I bought the plant, also the price. So the thing with this plant is it grows into multiple nodes. Like as it grows, it produces multiple nodes, multiple new growth points. So it came with only one growth point, but now it has 2, if you can see. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this plant grows under my care. Okay, so next up we have this anthurium hybrid. I have no clue of the ID, no clue at all, and this is on my September favorite list simply because of the newest leaf. Even though it has tiny damages on like near to the sinus, but still it is very dark, very dark. Camera is not at all doing the justice, but the oldest leaf, if you can see, this one as well, they are very dark. Next up we have this Scindapsus, and it is growing very big. It has put out a vine which was stuck to my washroom wall. I have to take it out in order to show you all. It is very bushy at bottom. I'm not sure of the ID. I guess it is Silver Lady, but still I'm not sure of the ID. I'll add the close-ups. The leaves are very sparkly, and this is the vine which was stuck to the bathroom wall. You can see if the Scindapsus start to stick to your wall, the leaf starts to like flatten its surface. Like Monstera dubia does. Scindapsus also starts to adapt that same traits. Okay, so next up is this obliqua, Monstera obliqua Peru, which I'm very happy to show you all because I've heard it is a very difficult plant to care for. It requires almost 100% humidity, but it is not actually the case. I've grown this plant from a cutting. This plant is pretty expensive, so I got a tiny cutting since the cutting was cheap. So I have rooted that cutting in sphagnum moss as well as perlite. Like I've added sphagnum moss on top and perlite at bottom, and I fill the reservoir with the nutrients water. So the plant has rooted successfully in perlite, and the plant was growing very big that I've even propagated a vine from the plant. So this is a propagation that I've done. I've done this it is also dripping. I've just watered it. So I've done this propagation for my friend. We are doing a swap, like he's swapping an anthurium with me for this obliqua propagation. So all in all, I just want to say that this plant was not at all difficult. The hype which was created that it requires 100% humidity throughout is not actually the case. It can also grow in ambient room conditions, ambient humidity conditions. And since I've chopped the plant, it is giving me out a new growth point. This is the new growth point. Yeah, I'm hoping that the plant roots up in my potting mix and I'm able to successfully send it to my friend straight to Mangalore. So that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your planty friends.
Bye.